Do you want to improve your English and sound more fluent? Mastering phrasal verbs is key. In today's lesson, we're going to learn 5 incredibly useful phrasal verbs with the word down. And by the end of this video, you'll be using them confidently in real conversations. Hiya, how are you today? I hope all is well. And welcome back to your Daily Cup of English. I'm Jimmy, and this is part 8 of my phrasal verbs speaking course. Above here somewhere, there is a link to the complete course so far, and we are adding more videos to this course every day. And today, we're diving into 5 more essential phrasal verbs with the word down that will help you communicate more naturally in English. Understanding these will boost your fluency and make conversations sound more effortless. First, we'll go over each verb and the meaning. Then you'll hear them in action, in a natural dialogue. And then we will go into some speaking practice. So, you ready? Let's go. Here are the phrasal verbs and their meanings which we will be working with today. Your first phrasal verb is calm down. The meaning of this phrasal verb is to relax after being angry or upset. Your next phrasal verb is turn down, to refuse an offer or request. And your next one is break down, to stop working. This is for machines stop working, or to become emotionally overwhelmed. That's when a person breaks down. Your next phrasal verb is write down, to record something. The meaning, to record something on paper, or in today's world, maybe on your iPad or on your phone. But you'll note something down, write down. Then you've got put down, to criticize or insult someone. Okay, now they are the 5 phrasal verbs we are going to be using today. Now, for the speaking practice, here is how it works. Part 1, listen and learn. Listen only. You'll hear a full conversation using all 5 of the phrasal verbs I just mentioned. Pay close attention to how they're used naturally in context. Then part 2, it's your turn. Now it's your turn. This time, one side of the conversation will be muted and you'll see the words on the screen. Read them out loud as if we are really having a conversation. So you and I are having a conversation. This will help you get comfortable using these phrasal verbs in a real conversation. And then part 3, last part, we swap roles. I read and say what you just said, and you read and say what I just said. This will give you a full interactive experience and make sure you really understand and remember these phrasal verbs. Okay? And here is our conversation using down as the phrasal verbs. Okay, now remember, part 1 is listen only to get the feeling of the conversation. So, you ready? Here we go. Listen only. I had such a stressful morning. I really need to calm down.
Oh no, what happened?
My car broke down on the way to work, and I had to wait an hour for a tow truck.
That's the worst. I hope it wasn't too expensive to fix.
It wasn't too bad, but I had to turn down an invite to lunch because I spent so much time dealing with it.
That's frustrating. Oh, by the way, do you remember the name of that book you recommended? I need to write it down.
Yeah, it's called The Power of Now. Definitely worth reading.
Awesome. Thanks. Oh, and guess who I ran into today? Mark. And of course, he couldn't help but put me down about my new haircut.
Classic Mark. Just ignore him. Your hair looks great.
Thanks. Anyway, let's grab a coffee. I need to relax.
Sounds perfect. Let's go. I had such a stressful morning. I really need to calm down. My car broke down on the way to work, and I had to wait an hour for a tow truck. It wasn't too bad, but I had to turn down an invite to lunch because I spent so much time dealing with it. Yeah, it's called The Power of Now. Definitely worth reading. Classic Mark. Just ignore him. Your hair looks great. Sounds perfect. Let's go. Oh, no. What happened? Oh, that's the worst. I hope it wasn't too expensive to fix. That's frustrating. Oh, by the way, do you remember the name of that book you recommended? I need to write it down. Awesome, thanks. Oh, and guess who I ran into today? Mark. And of course, he couldn't help put me down about my new haircut. Thanks anyway. Let's grab a coffee. I need to relax. And that's it. You've just learnt 5 common phrasal verbs with down and practiced them in a real conversation. Now, it's your turn. Try using them in your daily English practice. Now a bit of a challenge for you. drop a comment below using one of the phrasal verbs in a sentence. I'll be reading and replying to as many as I possibly can. But don't forget, like, subscribe and hit that bell. And then you won't miss out on more fun and practical English lessons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.